Yo, what's up? It's your boy, DJ LeX Be Frank, and I'm here with my co-host, Franco La Fresh. What's up, baby?
A.K.A. Frankola Rock and Roller.
That's right. And today we have a special guest. We have the Earn Dog. What's up, Playboy?
Not much. Just coming over here and see what this is all about, see what all this jazz is about, and trying to get in on the action.
That's right. Hey, so this is how we brought him in. He's the guy who left the message about...
He's left a few messages, right?
He's left a few messages. I think we've only played one, which was the Chicano, Mexican... we're Chicanos, according to Earn Dog.
So what was the question? Cool. What was the actual question, Ernie? You remember asking?
No, I don't. Something about being born here in the United States versus being born in Mexico, in the country of Mexico. And therefore, well, they're nationals, okay, because born in Mexico, but being that Mexican born here in the United States.
It was about identity,
and
right?
Yes, you could say that, yes. And we're considered to be Chicanos. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much across the board, even with Mexican nationals. They know that as well.
Right.
Who's they?
Who
is they?
The Mexican nationals.
Okay.
Mexican nationals. Or pochos.
Okay.
If they're having a bad day.
Give us a little bit about your background. And you were concerned about the Chicano topic, and that you were interested in that, the identity, and asking if, what makes a Chicano or not, and you felt that Lex over here.
Yeah, I personally don't like labels.
He doesn't like the label.
I was never.
I agree with you. It's hard.
To each his own.
Yeah, no, right. And like I was saying before, it's like I feel like it's just another way to separate the Latin community, or not even the Latin community, but the Mexican American community. Because I was born with Mexican parents and Mexican family. My uncles are all Mexican. They've never considered me to be American. They've always raised me to be Mexican. So I've always sided with Mexican.
You're like Andy Reese.
Exactly. I'm like Andy Reese.
The heavyweight champion.
Exactly right. And I don't think...
But he spent a lot of time in Mexico, but you did... Did you go to Mexico a lot?
I used to go to Mexico like every year.
Me too.
I used to go there for months,
at least,
too.
Yeah, every year. I'd have to take off school.
Yeah,
until like I was 10, like 3 months at a time.
Yep.
So, Ernie, you came into the show as a special guest. So you were a big fan, and we want to know what you thought about the show and what were some of your ideas. I mean, you seem to be one of our most passionate listeners so far.
And everybody deserves an opinion, which is why we have you here, too.
Yeah,
well, thank you. Well, I took a liking to you guys' podcast because you guys are hitting on these topics.
Hitting the right circuits.
In the right circuits with our culture. Mm-hmm. And the awareness that needs to be brought to the community, especially the Hispanics, Latinos. I guess I really don't use them words too much, but the brown people, because a lot of the stuff that they hit with some of these topics, you're not going to really learn them in school.
Right.
Unless you further your education in Mexican studies or something
Chicano
like that.
studies they also have.
And then you will learn a lot more, but like for general education with high school diploma.
It's good to learn
You're not going to learn a lot.
Yeah, they're not going to teach
culture.
You. Yeah, you're not going to learn a lot about Mexican American culture, right? I mean, Mexican culture, right?
Right.
That's correct, yes.
Or Mexican American culture, right? There's not too much. I mean, when you get in some high schools now, and they're starting to remove them, like in Arizona, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty old news, I think. Now, a few years old. I think it's been Arizona, New Mexico. They've, I can't remember, but they've banned some books that were Chicano. I have some of these. These are outlawed books. I have these books that were like given to me by my friends.
Let me ask you this: why are they outlawing these books? Is it because they're scared of?
They're like they call them racist, or that where in turn it's stupid because, or the irony, of course, is that these books are they're just kind of pro your own history, but they're looked at as racism. But they were created to kind of combat racism that was actually happening to them. So
it's not to remove them because it talks about Mexican Americans or about Mexican culture. It's being taken out because of
that's what their excuse is.
Okay.
Right? They feel like it should just be one homogenous history, American history, which is, the people's white ancestors, basically, or these other stories that really don't have to do with a lot of the history of the people from the Southwest who are Americans,
right.
Who have been Americans for generations even, but they still speak Spanish. In New Mexico, they speak Spanish and English perfectly. You go down Southwest, Texas, they're proud of that, man. They keep that part of their heritage going,
Yeah, which is really freaking cool. Yeah. I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, that's here too in California, in my opinion. You go down Mission Street, you go down South City, San Jose. Everybody speaks Spanish. Stockton, I'm sure in Modesto as well.
Yes, Modesto. Yes,
all of California,
California. Yeah, basically.
Southside Modesto.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us more. So you grew up in Modesto.
About half the people in California.
I grew up most of my life. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I grew up more than half of my life in Modesto.
Yeah.
Born in
Central Valley,
San Jose. Born in San Jose, California, other known as Puro Sanjo, as everybody knows.
And if
I left there in 1982, after my parents split up. Went to Modesto for the end of my 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade year, and then went back to San Jose for my 10th, 11th grade year, and then went back to the Central Valley. But I finished high school in Fresno for my senior year, and then off to the Army, March 2nd, 1988.
So you're a veteran. Shout out, bro. Thank you for your service on top of that.
Ain't nothing but a thing. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
How many years did you serve? And what years?
7 years, 10 months total, from March of 88 to August 92, then January 96 to November 99.
Oh, wow. Did you ever get dispatched to like Iraq or?
No, thank God I never had to go. No. LA riots. I went to LA riots in 92.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You mentioned something like that, man, when you were giving us something of your background. Man,
that's the only time I was lock and loaded in
Los Angeles during the riots.
Yeah,
tell us about that, man.
Yeah, dude, tell us for real.
It was weird because my own race, Chicanos, whatever.
What were you seeing mostly like?
They were looking at me like, giving me that look like what are you doing? They were ashamed to see somebody that looks like them in uniform walking around with a rifle with live rounds and having the authority to arrest people and shoot people if we had to. They did have a curfew for about 4 nights. People had to be out the streets by 10 o'clock. Yeah, it was kind of messed up, but that's what they had to do to get that city in order. Stuff going on, a lot of looting, a lot of burning down property. So we were out there for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. And
what year was this exactly?
92. That was 92, right? I want to say that was just before Cinco de Mayo.
These are the Rodney King riots.
And let's see, I'm trying to think.
21.
Because by the time we got down there, everything kind of simmered down. What you seen on TV, everybody looting and all that stuff, a lot of that just calmed down by the time we got down there, because they dispatched the Marines. They dispatched the Marines from Pendleton up north to Los Angeles.
And where were you stationed that you got sent?
Oh, where
to
did you
the
serve?
riots?
Where did you serve?
I was in Georgia.
You were in Georgia,
I was in Georgia, in Fort Benning. That's where I did my basic in the AIT.
Wow.
And then was out there in Fort Stewart. But when I came back here, I went into a reserve unit down at Oakdale. And Oakdale, California, which is not far from where he was at.
I was raised there. I lived there till I was 3 years old.
And then, or Oakdale?
Oakdale, California.
Oakdale, bud.
Country, man. We were rodeo. We'd go to the rodeos, bro. My dad was a dairyman out there. Really? So we were horseback riding. I grew up country, boy.
Man, shout out my tia. And my little cousins was the first Mexicans.
Ranch, bro. We grew up like on a ranch, basically, bro. Even when we moved to the suburbs,
they lived over there on
they used to call my house the ranch, bro.
They used to live on 3rd Street. There was a bunch of Mexicans.
Animals and shit.
But tell me more about you getting dispatched to.
Oh yeah, so we get dispatched there
because that shit, dude, that's
we went in a Humvee. I'm sorry, a deuce and a half, which is basically like a dump truck, and they got these governors on them. They don't go, but like I think 45 or 55 on the freeway. We pulled into Valencia first. That's where we had to pick up our ammo. We got briefed by LA County Sheriff's Department about what to expect, and then we bivouacked in In,
You did what?
Bivouac. It's like camping. Okay, but we set up security and all that stuff so nobody sleeps. Well, not there's shifts. I'm sorry, there's shifts.
Damn, you guys got spotters
And,
like in the movies, huh?
We went to we occupied Venice Beach, the Muscle Beach, that whole area.
Yeah, I love that.
So we had to keep everybody off, man. Just like, and that was our command post for like about 2 days.
Beach?
About 2 days, yeah. Venice
You guys
Beach.
camped out right there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was something, dude.
You work out right there?
What's that?
Did your workout on right there where Schwarzenegger used to?
No, we had we couldn't do nothing like that. No, we had to stay. We had to maintain our bearing and all that stuff.
Right.
And one thing that did felt cool was that we had to stop people from coming in. Like the police that were in plain clothes, and a lot of them were detectives, and I had my rifle, and I felt good walking up to them.
And be like, get the fuck out.
No, I tell them, I had my rifle like this at Port Arms. Tell them, stop, I need to see your ID.
Yeah.
And they go, come on, we're LAPD, doesn't matter. I need to see your ID. So they show me their badge and stuff, and I was like, all right, go through. Like that, and they had to follow they had to follow protocol.
They had to act like you got to act when they're fucking with you, right?
And they didn't like that because I had a baby face. I was in a man's uniform. Dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just, damn.
So tell me, when you went, did you actually go?
It was LAPD?
Yeah.
What about LAPD?
That's who that was, or the sheriffs, or
they were
detectives?
They're LAPD
detectives. Okay, gotcha.
Detectives. Only time we had contact with LA sheriffs was when we went to Valencia.
So they briefed you.
Only time we went to, I had contact, or that we had contact as a unit with the LA sheriffs was in Valencia. Is when we got our ammunition, and we got briefed on what was going on in the city of Los Angeles, the hot spots.
Oh shit!
And they basically told us that this is what to expect. Basically, we can get fired upon or whatever, and be ready. This and that. And then after that, everybody was talking shit going up there. Like you got these trigger happy motherfuckers, right? Not me. I stayed cool. I stayed cool throughout the whole bit. And when I knew it was for real, once they gave us our rounds, and I knew this was real. And so, but somebody went to the media. I don't know who it was, but they told them that we had rubber bullets.
Oh, what?
But so people would come up and say, hey, you got rubber bullets and this and that.
Come find out.
I said, I wouldn't answer yes or no. I'm like, well, what do you think? I said, well, shit, just keep thinking. I don't know what I said something, but we couldn't talk about what we had.
No, right? Of course not.
Because they're really funny about security. Of course.
Like because they can counter strategize, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
because not stupid, man.
Because at that time, we got a flyer that was given to us, and it was by all the gangs. No, check this out. There was a flyer. This flyer was about this big, and had all the varios, the Mexican gangs, and all the Crips and the Bloods, their gangs, all their initials. Everybody to get together and go war against the LAPD.
Holy shit!
I don't know if you guys heard about that.
No, of course not, dude. I didn't even know the military was out there. I mean, they don't really talk about it. It's always LAPD versus the people, right?
No, they were calling. The Bloods and the Bloods and the Crips had called a truce.
Oh, for that occasion, because of that.
I don't know, but they band together, or they were supposed to, and the Mexican gangs, where they were supposed to all band together to go against the LAPD.
Right.
Gotcha.
And I don't know about the military, but nothing happened. But we got the memo. That memo was the flyer, and it got passed around everywhere.
Holy
shit. I saved it for a souvenir, but I don't
know.
You have
it?
No, I don't know what happened to it. I saved it, but I don't remember what happened to it.
So it was a list of just
all these videos, dude.
So it was just like they were like
all these videos.
So the government, the U.S. government, were basically looking at these guys as foreign enemies, almost, right? Each one, dude. Tribal foreign enemies, right?
I guess, man.
I mean, if it was a list, right?
It was a list against LAPD.
Why would they have
to go against?
Okay, the war. But still, they were looking at it. Okay, there's this tribe. That's like some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was tough, dude. It was crazy
because
we were bugged out, dude.
It's almost like they were ready to go to war with these different factions.
Street gangs.
Street
gangs were ready to go to war with LAPD and probably LA Sheriff's Department.
Wow.
All because of the Rodney King deal.
Right.
But nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened at all.
So when you went in there, nothing was popping off.
No, I've heard of incidents around town.
What was the craziest incident that you saw when you were out there?
Nothing.
What was the craziest incident that you heard?
Yeah,
these Samoans in Compton, their house is getting lit up by the cops. They don't want to come out, and the cops they're firing upon the house. and then